She's in work, spreadsheets in front of her, juggling the phone and emails, endless reams of demands, holiday allocations, interrupted here and there by the gossips and giggles that provide light relief. Her fellow workers, mostly nice, but not really her friends. They pry sometimes. Her love life, non-existent at the present, but generally they acknowledge her position with no complaint, know her skills, keep things afloat. She can feel last night's gin and tonic disappearing as the second in work coffee does its thing. Focused, sharp. Her work doesn't allow for her to be existential, doesn't give her time to worry about other people's perceptions of her, doesn't give her time really to be drawn into the social ups and downs here, and for that she is grateful. Slips into the multi-layered work loads like a glove, like a downy bed, safe, free from unwelcome contact. Her co-workers know this feeling too. Theirs is a comfort zone of sorts. But out there, on the factory floor and canteen, it's a different story. It's open, bare to vision. Belching noise with an energy, guffaws and cackles from the local men and women cut through the air, causing internal winces from all around as the apes walk around like they own their fucking place. She has been blessed with a pleasant aura, genuine smile, soft, posh voice. Not haughty or uppity. The men naturally feel a pull, but respectfully so. The local women sense this and mutter amongst themselves, but nevertheless are quite taken in with her gentle manner and soul, her softness against their wiriness, her seemingly genuine human acceptance of them as individuals. Exudes a warmth they find refreshing and new somehow. But there are two women, both key yokel cartel figures, both profoundly feared, both married to the hard nuts of the terrain, both using that manpower to extol their sense of presence, wielding it with abandon. Despite their underclass station, they bray and squall like triumphant crows. All the while, normal humans know they just have to be avoided. Our Lady completes her rota rounds and returns to the offices with a relief and slips back into the warmth of her colleagues. They too know, without saying anything, what transpires. They have learned to live with it. She has to, too. But she is still quite fresh and still feels their blackness in her bones and knows. With a pang of guilt and anger, this only serves to exasperate her desire for escape. That escape involves drink, of course. No matter how classily she and her friends do it. She isn't home yet, but feels the need to flee, to escape. It's getting harder to look these people in the eye without her professional indifference spilling into her hatred, her good homely soul buckling against their toxicity. But remembers it is Friday. She has friends at home, all in the same boat, and they are going to let rip. They're going to let rip. And knowing it's a waste of time, wasting emotional energy, decides everything is better than she thinks it is, and piles out at lunchtime with her co-workers. Happy almost, she catches a glimpse of one of the local blokes, looking and nodding at her in recognition. Finds herself smiling as a reflex, remembering he's one of the alpha males of the cartel, and immediately, internally, categorises him as a chavvy tosser, and lowers her head, feeling shame all of a sudden, as her out of work shun casts a shadow across his face, disabling his machismo and rendering him sensitive all of a sudden. A brief look of hurt flitted across his plate, but then he nods as if to say, fair enough. Realigns himself on his pals, leaving her feeling she did some wrong here, but this quickly goes. As the pack mock a beggar fella outside a pastry house, the guy begging rears up defiant as they all amble off laughing at his red face. She, in line, buys the chap a small lunch, distracting and pacifying him. Noticing his eyes, winning her intelligently as he conveys thanks. She, mentally blocking out a slight rise in volume of the greying pack as they swagger off to their own place of lunch. She too returns to work. Her soul and body cheers and sparkles as the day passes swiftly into Friday night.